Mark Twain Selected Works. Second extract from Chapter 8 of Life on the Mississippi. Perplexing Lessons. 1883. It was plain that I had got to learn the shape of the river in all the different ways it could be thought of. Upside down, wrong end first, inside out, fore and aft, and thwartships. And then know what to do on gray nights when it hadn't any shape at all. So I set about it. In the course of time, I began to get the best of this knotty lesson, and my self-complacency moved to the front once more. Mr. Bixby was all fixed and ready to start it to the rear again. He opened on me after this fashion. How much water did we have in the middle crossing at Hole in the Wall, trip before last? I considered this an outrage. I said, every trip down and up, the leadsmen are singing through that tangled place for 3/4 of an hour on the stretch. How do you reckon I can remember such a mess as that? My boy, you've got to remember it. You've got to remember the exact spot and the exact marks the boat lay in when we had the shoalest water in every one of the 500 shoal places between St. Louis and New Orleans. And you mustn't get the shoal soundings and marks of one trip mixed up with the shoal soundings and marks of another either, for they're not often twice alike. You must keep them separate. When I came to myself again, I said, when I can do that, I'll be able to raise the dead. And then I won't have to pilot a steamboat to make a living. I want to retire from this business. I want a slush bucket and a brush. I'm only fit for a roustabout. I haven't got brains enough to be a pilot, and if I had, I wouldn't have strength enough to carry them around, unless I went on crutches. Now drop that. When I say I'll learn to man the river, I mean it. And you can depend on it. I'll learn him, or kill him,